Now, he's a Hell End Academy graduate, goes by names of Folarin Balogun, representing the United States of America. That is it. Now, Folarin Balogun might see himself return to North London. That is it. And this is the story we're obviously going to be discussing right about now. And Cucurella has finally gone ahead to come up and obviously had his final say when he is at Real Madrid. Remember, he's at Real Madrid. He has spoken hugely about his transfer to Real Madrid. And thank you guys for watching it through. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having pure fun wherever you're watching us from. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really doing okay. And continue to subscribe to this channel because we want to hit the magic number of 30,000 subscribers. And as it stands, we are left with how many? 30. We are left with 30 subscribers to clinch the magic number that we are obviously chasing in for, and that is 30,000 subscribers. Now, let's get to this story. Footy Insider have told us the following about Folarin Balogun's return to North London. Tottenham Hotspur have been offered the chance to sign Monaco striker Folarin Balogun, who is open to leaving the League One club. The 25-year-old representatives have approached Spurs through intermediaries to explore a potential Premier League return. However, no deal is imminent, with Balogun currently one of several attacking options being considered by Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Folarin Balogun is a player who came in through at Arsenal, and he was really a very good player. And as he came in through, Arsenal went ahead to loan him to a side known as Monaco, and he went ahead to obviously do wonders. That side went ahead to score very many goals, and finally Arsenal went ahead to obviously sell him, right? Sell him to Monaco permanently. That is in the season of 2023 in there for you. So Balogun, Arsenal sold him for 26 million euros. That rise to 34 million euros in there for you. But having sold him for that amount of money, Arsenal has what we call a buyback clause and a sell-on clause, right? He has a sell-on clause, not a buyback clause. Sell-on clause, and Arsenal have a sell-on clause of 17.5% on the profit made on the sale of this guy. So that means if Spurs is considering signing Folarin Balogun, you know the case? That means Arsenal will earn a 17.5% of the profit. And I tell you, if they are to sell him, they could call in for 60 to 70 million euros. That is it. Having gone ahead to buy him for 30, right? Monaco might make a profit of like 40 million, and 17.5% of 40 million. I think it adds up to that is 0.28. That is 30. 3. I think they can get, because 10% of 40 is 4 million euros, right? Then 7.5 of 40 is like 2 point, meaning that Arsenal can get like 7-8 million euros as profit on the sale of this guy known as Folarin Balogun. And Folarin Balogun is regarded as a homegrown player for the club of Arsenal. And that's why that money comes in through as a pure profit that can facilitate Arsenal's buy of other players. I see this as a revenge from Tottenham Hotspur. That is it. Why? Why do I see it as a revenge? Because Arsenal want to sign a man known as QT Romero from Spurs. And Spurs are like, all right, if there is a possibility for this deal to go through, we need also to bring in another Hell End Academy player to see to it that he comes in through and plays against Arsenal in the North London derby. And we might sell this guy, but the difference is Cristiano Romero was brought in through from Atalanta, and we just bought him. He's known an academy graduate from Tottenham Hotspur. But Folarin Balogun was at Arsenal from 2008 to 2020. You understand? He was in the academy of Arsenal. 2020 to 2023, he was at Arsenal, and they sold him to a team known as Monaco. So Balogun is a pure Arsenal graduate who comes in from the hell end that can come in through and obviously cause havoc at the club of Arsenal. Sorry, at the club of Spurs. So wait and see how Spurs does this. But if at all they're looking at him, wait and see whether it will go on as to plan. But he has not been firing in very many goals. I think he scored like 16 goals last season, if I'm not mistaken, in the 16 in the League One. That is it. And World Cup, he scored 3 goals. 13 goals in 30 La Liga games with 3 assists, taking his tally to 16. UEFA Champions League, 10 games, 5 goals. That was a good output in there for you. Every 2 games, 1 goal. That is Balogun for you. 18 goals in 40 games, plus 3 assists, 21. Meaning that for every 2 games, you could either expect an assist or a goal. You get? So, not a bad output for him. But this season, he has to obviously elevate. When I was doing a video onto the United Matters channel, I had some people come out and tell me that they really want to see to it that all goes on well as planned for the guy known as Folarin Balogun. And I told them he needs to get back to that levels he was on when Arsenal loaned him to Monaco and was firing up all cylinders that side, and very many other huge clubs were interested in him. But a move to the Premier League to Tottenham Hotspur, for him, it will work for him, but it will also work for Arsenal. That is it. Though very many Arsenal fans will be like, he wouldn't have gone ahead to do that. But I don't think that he has that spirit. He feels like the season when he was supposed to be returned to the club of Arsenal, they trusted Edin Ketia ahead of him. And he thought that he was even better than Gabriel Jesus. And by the way, in that season, if he had stayed, Gabriel Jesus went ahead obviously get another nasty injury. He would have gone to obviously lead the line and really score very many goals for the club of Arsenal. So, Folarin Balogun to North London, I don't know whether you guys are welcoming him back or not. Will you refer to him as a hypocrite or not? We wait and see how that will pan out. Now, Cucurella has obviously trained with Real Madrid for the very first time. All know to it that players that really played in the World Cup final of 2026 in the US at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey have all reported to their respective clubs, either on the weekend or today. Marc Cucurella has touched down Real Madrid, and he has gone ahead to say the following about Real Madrid. Remember, this guy wanted to go back to Barcelona, but Barcelona were not willing to pay the 65 million euros that Chelsea wanted from him. Now, as it stands, the side of Barcelona has come up and the side of Cucurella has come up and said, I watched all those magical nights and the remontandas at the Santiago Bernabeu and all the Champions League titles they lifted. So getting the chance to experience this myself and to be part of something this big, I consider it a huge responsibility, but also a beautiful and very important challenge. That's what we are getting in through from a man known as Cucurella. The remontadas, the comebacks. You remember when Real Madrid went ahead and played at the Emirates, and Arsenal went ahead to beat them 3 goals, and they were like, the remontada is happening at the Santiago Bernabeu, but it never really went ahead to happen. You understand? But the comebacks have come in through, and he's excited for the Champions League titles they lifted, and he wants to get experience of that. And I tell you, he's one of the best left backs in the world, and what he brings on the field of play is really very, very huge, if at all you know who this guy is. So he's ready for the challenge, and he's Real Madrid's new left back. That is it. He also added and said, I'm really looking forward to playing our first home game and meeting the fans. I've played at the Bernabeu as a visitor, and even played a match there with the national team. So experiencing it as a home ground or home game, hearing the anthem, the fans when the bus arrives. I've seen it in documentaries, and it's incredible during big matches. It's also special, and you will have memories to cherish forever. That is a man known as Cucurella, coming in through and really speaking hugely about the big game of Arsenal. Sorry, the big expectations at Real Madrid. And we wait to see how that pans out, whether the signings they've gone ahead to make will obviously elevate them. Diomane, Bernardo Silva, Cucurella, Konate, this other guy, Demafries, Denzel, you understand? I think so far, they've also gone ahead. Is it Ruli, the striker that is going to come in through? Close to 4, 5, 6 signings they've gone ahead to bring in through, and they've gone ahead to miss out onto a man known as Rodri from Man City, as their rivalries who go by the names of Barcelona have gone ahead to sign him, and we wait to see how things pan out. Now, your thoughts on Balogun, North London transfer return hint are welcome in the comment section below. Would you allow him to return to the side of Tottenham Hotspur, yet he's a hell-end graduate? What do you make about it? Now, let's also talk about Cucurella and the very many words he has gone ahead to speak about the team that he is going to be representing for the next 3-4 years. That is Real Madrid. So continue to subscribe. That's the second video of the day, and I hope you guys are really having pure fun about this. And I've gone ahead to break down 2 stories: Folarin, Balogun, and Cucurella returning with, is it Yalidis or any other big story surrounding the people at Arsenal? Let me return with Pedro Neto, because it's really making some huge rounds all over the news. I love you all, and thank you for obviously loving this channel. We are soon hitting 30,000 subscribers, and I do believe that by the end of today, we will be the 30K family. I'm out. Bye-bye.